Hi, thank you for joining me again and passing through. Hopefully you're here to stay to the very end. So today I'm not really sure where this video is going to go, but I really am going to have a rant. And I want to start off by saying, don't let people or your children steal your happiness and your joy. So today I woke up super early, about 5 a.m. For no reason. My alarm goes off at 6:30. Couldn't get back to sleep, so I do what I usually do in the morning, which is doing some writing. Sometimes I listen to an audio book or I read a book. And I like to exercise in the morning, but this morning I was just feeling tired. You know when you just can't be bothered to do something, like you're just like, I can't be asked. But my son was up early and I thought, come on now. If he's up early and he's getting ready for his day, you need to get up as well. So even if I don't exercise, let me at least do some yoga. So I found a really nice 15-minute yoga video. I followed that. It really did boost me up, and I started getting ready for the day. Now I'm sitting in the mirror, starting to do my makeup, and I realise I'm having a little bit of a breakout, and I'm like, oh my gosh, come on. And this already is something that can really bring my mood down. Sorry, the fact that this isn't even is really irritating me. Yeah, so my skin does like to play up, and I had to remind myself, don't even start bitching over your skin. This time last year, you had a burn over your face and you were healed so well. So just be grateful that you have skin. And if you get a few spots here or there, I've got like a little mark here, which I don't know if you can see. I've had a little breakout on my chin as well, and it's just like, oh, come on. But I thought, no, let me stay in a good mood. Let me put on some eyeshadow, still do a little bit of lips, sort out my eyebrows, put on my ponytail and get on with the day. So I'm getting ready, still feeling good, just encouraging myself, reminding myself, it doesn't matter if you've got bags under your eyes, oh well. Like, not every day you need to always look so glammed up and perfect, and we're not meant to be perfect. So that's another thing. The same advice that you give to people, make sure you give it to yourself. Because I've met and I know people who love to dish out advice, but they don't even take it. So I just want you to know that the same things I tell you, I tell myself. That's where it comes from. Okay, yeah, so I've got ready. I decided to do some waxing this morning because we were up so early. I had loads of extra time. So I thought, why waste it? Let's do extra. So then my son comes in my room and he's like, I want to get to school early. Is that okay? This me, yeah, that's fine. Let's start getting ready. Now, these times it was probably about, it was 8:29. He wants to get to school at 8:35. It takes us about 8 minutes, 10 minutes if we're walking really slow to get to school. So I'm thinking, there's no problem. You're still going to get there early. Let's get ready and go. We get downstairs and he thinks we're getting in the car, and I'm like, no, we're not getting in the car. You know what the traffic was like last week? I don't know what the hell they were doing on the main road leading down to the school, but there was just so much traffic and there's never traffic there. So I said, let's not risk it. Let's just walk. And plus, I like to walk. Like, let me get the fresh air. I have to drive for work. I have to drive when I'm visiting people. Like, I enjoy just having that excuse to have a nice walk, get some fresh air. So we're walking and he's like, oh, but then we're not going to get there at 8:35. This is me. So we don't need to get there exactly 8:35. At least you're going to be early. So let's just walk quickly and see what time we're going to get there. This boy starts power walking down the street. I'm like, mate, calm down. Like, you know that old woman jog when they can see the bus and they kind of just, I don't know if you can see, but they're just kind of doing that funny little run. So he's doing that down the street. I'm just walking behind him, looking at him like, calm down. It's only school. Like, who wants to get to school so damn early? 1 second. So yeah, he's rushing. His laces has come undone. Kai, stop, do up your laces. I'm thinking, look, it's too early for you to be getting me vexed with your attitude. So I just let that one fly over my head. He's still doing his fast-paced walking down the street. And I'm like, Kai, your other laces come undone. This boy still tries to walk with his lace undone. This is me, Kai, stop at the bus stop, put up your foot and do up your laces. If you see the look on his face doing his laces, he's so mad and angry, and I'm like, no, you are not gonna wind me up. But I'm like, really, Kai, why are we rushing like this to get to school in the morning anyway? There's no need. As long as you get there early, then that's all that matters. He's like, I've told you before why I want to get to school early. Now, I thought he wanted to get to school early so he could read in the morning, and that way he doesn't have to do reading at home when he gets in. And he's like, no, it wasn't because of reading, it's because I want to play. Now, I get it. You're a child. Playing is one of the most important things in your life and a massive priority. But he has basically, so because right now, because of the whole virus rubbish, they don't want parents and children to be congregating outside. So you have from 8:35 till 9 a.m, which is when school officially starts, to get in. So this boy wants to be in the playground for basically half an hour just to play before he goes up to class. Like, I get it. It's your fun time. But calm down. It's not that deep. You're just going to swing on monkey bars and climb up and down some pole. Like, ugh. So he's still doing his fast-paced walking. Now he's really pissing me off because he keeps walking way ahead of me. So I'm thinking, what's the point of me even being here? He could really and truly walk to school by himself, if that's the case, if you want to walk so far ahead of me like that. But I'm still just trying to keep my calm. And then, so I'm saying to him, Malachi, you need to just be grateful that I even made sure that we got out early, because some mums would have other things to be doing in the morning and you wouldn't be getting to school extra early just so you can play. So be grateful for that. You don't even say thank you. So we get to school we get to the top of the hill at 8:36 and they're only just opening the gate. Now he's walking on this pavement and I'm walking in the middle of the road, because I know if I walk next to this boy, he's just going to piss me off, and I don't want to lose it this morning. It's a nice morning. The sun is shining, even though it's not freezing cold or really, really warm. It's just nice and mild. It's cool. It's just lovely. The autumn leaves are around. It's a great morning. So I just give him his space. I need my space as well. So I say, look, Kai, the gates have only now opened. Don't you owe me something? He looks at me like, what? This need an apology? And he was like, oh, sorry. And he still just walked off with his fast-paced walking, just walking down the street. I just left him. I stood on the hill and I just watched him walk down the hill. He didn't even say bye to me. He didn't look back at me. It's like I didn't even exist to him. He didn't acknowledge me one little bit as he was walking down to school. And I could just feel my emotions boiling up, because he doesn't get how much that I do and I sacrifice for him, even though this morning was just a minor thing. And I actually don't mind leaving early, because then it makes me even more prepared for the day. But it's just like, why get so... I find he gets really, really anxious. And it's like, you're getting anxious over an extra 20 minutes of playing outside. And today is Monday. From Friday evening, after he has his tutoring, from Friday, Saturday and Sunday, I leave this boy to do whatever he wants. I feel like it's good for him to have freedom. He should be able to choose what he wants. Even when it goes to bed, I say to him, okay, I'm trusting you to go to bed at a decent time. Because once he gets older, I'm not going to be there to tell him everything. He needs to start really... What's the best way I can put it? Like, just taking control of the things that he can. So the little things he can take control of as a young child, I think that would really help him as he's aging. So I'm standing there looking at him. Obviously, my face must have looked vexed, because the headmistress comes up to me and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I don't know what's wrong with this boy. He's just made me walk to school this early just because he wants to play. And she even reminded me, she was like, kids sometimes are just in their own world and they are not thinking of anything or anybody else apart from what they want to do. And it made me think, do you know what? Yeah, I needed to be reminded of that, because kids have their own little world as well. I always say to my friends and my family, I live in Sarah's world. I live in my own little bubble. That's why certain things can't affect me, because I don't let it enter my world. And I had a little chat with the headmistress, and it really did just boost me up a bit, because it reminded me that all kids have these times and they can be very, very selfish, and we have to be selfish as well. So I had the chat with the headmistress, took a nice brisk walk back home, and I could still feel that I was slightly just in my chest. And I thought, no, I really need to find a way to let this go, because I remember before, my son would do things, and for at least, sometimes it would last the whole day. Like, I'd call my mum and I'd be like, Mummy, this is what's happened with me and Kai. I'm obviously a rubbish mum because he reacted like this and he said this, that and the other, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, no, there's no point me wasting all that energy. This boy is at school. As soon as he got through those gates, he was happy. He was like, F mummy, I got monkey bars now. Yay! And I'm walking home like, oh my gosh, why doesn't my child listen to me? Why doesn't he respect me? Why would he think that he can just walk in front of me like that? Why would he talk to me like that? Why would he tell me, oh, mummy, you should just get in the car and drive me like I'm a chauffeur? Like, all these things are going through my head. And I got in and I was like, no, I need to let this go. So I made myself a smoothie. That's why I'm holding it here. It's got banana, strawberry, cherries, pineapples, and some water. And I said, no, I am going to shift this mood off me, because I didn't even want to make a video today because I was thinking about my skin again, then just feeling emotional. And I said, no, I'm not letting this 10-year-old boy and his silly expectations of getting to school early affect the rest of my day. And I think it's also a good lesson for other parents as well, that don't let your children kill your entire mood. Because these kids, we will tell them off and they'll be vexed and angry for a little while. Then they see their favourite cartoon and they're happy. And we're still feeling guilty for maybe flicking their ear or giving them a tap on the hand or shouting at them or disciplining them in a certain way. They don't care. That goes right over their head. So we need to take some note from our children as well. Don't let everything settle on your heart and settle on your emotions to the point where it affects how you act and react for the rest of your day, because then that's going to change what you could be achieving. And that's not fair on you either. Come on, like, we let these children have so much power, and I wish somebody warned me that a child could bring me to tears because there have been a few times that I've had situations with my son and I have cried. And I've cried real ass tears of disappointment, guilt, shame. I've just felt betrayed. I've felt everything. And this is from a little child. So now I am going through a process of teaching myself, how do I let these emotions have their moment and then just throw them away? So even for me, just having the distraction of getting all my fruit together and putting it in the blender and getting it ready. And I always do seem to feel better when I'm doing something that's health-wise or health-conscious, just for my well-being. So like this morning, doing that yoga in the morning, once I finished, I was like, yes, I needed that. I'm so happy that I gave that to myself. Making this lovely smoothie, it's going to start off my appetite and I'm going to feel hungry and then make myself a nice breakfast meal. Yeah, I just want to really reiterate and drill into mums out there. Do not let your children or anybody else steal or kill your joy. Don't let them take all your energy. Now, I think it's important to say it's okay for it to happen for a moment, but don't let it continue for more than, I don't know, see what suits you. Maybe you say you don't want bad emotions to continue for more than an hour. Maybe you say for 5 minutes, I'm going to sit in this anger and this hurt and this disappointment, and then after that, I'm going to be over it. Maybe you need a whole day, because this has definitely been a journey and a transition for me. So yeah, I'm at the point now where I can realise when I'm feeling irritated and I can stop myself from letting that control how I act for the rest of the time. Okay, so I hope this has helped someone. If you have any tips for me as well about how you like basically when you're in a really bad state, if you're feeling negative or angry or upset, what do you then do to get you out of that funk? Because this smoothie is doing the trick for me. Food definitely helps as well, but good food. So I'm making myself a healthy breakfast. But yeah, what else do you suggest for me that I could do to make sure that I don't stay in a bad mood for too long because of a situation I've had with my son? So yes, I hope this helps somebody out there. I'm really looking forward to reading your comments and getting some advice from you too. And have an amazing day. Bye.